Yeah, it's true. Freshman year of college during spring break, I made my own tournament. How I ruined it will have to come later, so let's focus on why. My main, simple reason that frustrates me to no end is this: big gaming. I also can't drive. Now you might then say, try online ones. They exist, right? They don't really require much. You pay in like what, $5? Try it. But my internet is trash, meaning I will almost certainly get DQ'd. I mean, sure, I might not make it that far, but in a real well-run tournament, I'm gonna get DQ'd, and I don't want to waste $5 getting DQ'd. So online tournaments are a no-go. And with both versions of tournaments out of the way, it's just impossible. Yeah, okay, yes, there are solutions to not being able to drive, but hear me out for a second. No. First off, I'm in Houston. This is a big city. In fact, it's too big. And to show you, I'm going to be cycling through cities as I explain. Throughout America, it's pretty hard to get to most places without a car, but I do think Houston has everyone beat in being the peak of evil. Now, some of the more thoughtful of you in the audience might ask about an Uber. And my response to you is that I don't trust Uber or any of those big apps. Fuck that. Call me paranoid. I do not care. But if you really think I'm going to be getting into a stranger's car near my house, at my house, wait, why am I starting there? If you think I'm getting into a stranger's car, period, you're insane. If you're willing to get into a stranger's car, you're insane. Even a taxi. Though I do understand that more. A taxi service is like their own organization that I can know beforehand. It's clear that I can blame them afterwards if something goes wrong, and I like that. But like, think about it. With these apps, who do I blame? Do I blame the app? I mean, they let everyone be a driver, and presumably the dangerous ones were let to be a driver, not vetted, right? You know? Or do I blame the driver themselves? I mean, they murdered me, right? That sucks for them to be like that. Or do I blame myself for getting murdered in the fucking car? Because I didn't get into the murderer's car like an idiot. It's more ambiguous on an app than it should be. And I don't like that, and fuck that. Now, a taxi service, it's different because I can blame the taxi service. They hired an employee, they were required to vet them, and if I get stabbed, I can call them up and be like, yo, your fucking dude stabbed me. What the fuck? Why'd you hire that guy? And then they'll email me back. They'll fire him, they'll kill him, they'll send me a video, and they'll be like, yo, here's the video of his execution. Then they'll give me 3 racks, and then I'll get an extra liver. You know? Point being, if I actually did want a tournament, there was no other option besides making it myself. Now, from my understanding, there are a few things that every tournament needs for content. You need a thing to do, a format, and people. A thing just means whatever is done in the tournament. Second is format, which is how we get to what everyone ultimately cares about, the last round. And finally, you need peoples. After all, not having people other than yourself there that have their own agency and skills means you didn't make a tournament. You made a book. Maybe you made a really good book that like connects with people, is meaningful, but it's a book. With all that, let me tell you what I really wanted from all this. I wanted attention. Yes, I will full-heartedly admit that I wanted to create a tournament or go to a tournament, tournaments general, not to win or to compete or to do something fun with my time or do something unique I haven't done before. I purely wanted attention. But not just attention from viewers. I also want attention of other creators because doing this shit at a small scale is kind of lonely. So to do that, I had to do one of the hardest things I've ever done. I had to find them. Think about it. I can't start messaging well-known people like Pokemon Q Cinderella, can I? They don't have any interest in some random fucking messaging them. Well, okay. They might respond. Maybe. But I'd probably still fumble it even if they sent like a layup. So, I had to find creators my size or at least somewhat around it. To do that, I started cataloging small streamers and small YouTubers my size. All they needed to be was funny enough. That was it. What I would do is every few days, I'd log on and look up the category of the game I chose on Twitch, watch a little bit of a few people's streams, write down the ones that were funny, and move on. Well, I guess since we're already here, I guess just tell you we're on a beach now. I think is one of the most formative parts of a tournament. After all, this is what the tournament is all about. Now, there are a few factors in consideration for this. A, will people want to do the thing? B, can I get people to do the thing? And C, how will people do the thing? Many incorrectly think that A and B are similar, but They're not. I always want to play video games I own, but I have historically failed at getting anybody else to play Excite Box Trick Racing, a game for the Wii where you can score soccer goals, punt footballs, and be a lobster that walks on his back legs and blow the fuck up. From there, the how is very instrumental and it's typically just two choices, in the same room or in a different room. For most content creators, this question is pretty variable. Sometimes it's the new hotness, the trending game or fad they used to bring together friends and viewers alike. Sometimes the organizer's just into a certain game or thing, either recently or has been for a long time, and thinks the tournament would be cool. Basically, choices differ depending on whether the game is played locally or online. Sometimes it being locally could even lead to a greater investment. Sometimes the online is just more consistent. It just all depends, basically. So I really had my pick of the draw. Except, as previously stated, I can't really go anywhere, and I had planned to invite other creators, and they probably wouldn't be near me, and I only had one mic, so I chose online, because it was the only option. What video game was the real question I need to answer though, and for that I had a few requirements. Something I knew people owned because I was going to invite my current friends, something that people can play online, and something I find fun to play, because it's my tournament, I can do what I want, and I wanted to pick something fun. Which left me with Ultimate Chicken Horse. It was chosen for many good reasons. The game's online, can play 4 at once. I knew that 6 people already owned it in some capacity. There's controller support, there's crossplay, and probably the most important thing, I think this game is really fun. Plus this game is like the catalyst for one of my favorite videos on my channel. It's chaos, and I love it, so I chose it. Okay, now back to what I was saying before. I would go on Twitch and look up Ultimate Chicken Horse to find different streamers. I also sometimes check Cuphead, but it was mostly Ultimate Chicken Horse. From there, I'd write down the streamers who were decently small, 1 to 5 viewers, and a couple bigger streamers with 10 or more. I would then see how to contact them, and if I could, I'd send them a message asking if they were interested. But then there came a problem. This list of people was in my mind a bit, I don't know how to say it, lacking. They're cool people from what I've seen, but I felt like it was keeping my balls from dropping, you know? I wanted to know what it felt like to just lay it out all on the table. Just to get my sweat and my smell and all of it just to sit right there. Right there. You know? I want to try and get some people who I wouldn't expect to get back to me. Just for a chance at getting that rare response. I mean, that'd be sick, right? If I messaged someone with like 1 million or 100,000 or just more than me. And they came back to me and were like, I'm down. And that wouldn't happen if I didn't say anything. They wouldn't find some random 300 something sub channel and then message me for no reason about a tournament I was gonna run that they don't even know about. I wish they would, but I didn't expect them to. I gave it like a 50% chance max. And to account to the other 60 to 50 meant I had to do it myself, which sucked. I picked a few creators who were already decently established and I shot them a message. I sent them a polite, honest, clear, probably kind of randomly message about myself and my idea as well as a Discord link. I wanted to give them as much upfront as possible and be as clear as I could to maximize my chances. This would be their first impression after all. Might as well make it a good one. Now I'm going to show you some of the people that I had decided to message. There were a handful of people I ended up messaging across a few different websites. These are the contestants that will be meeting each other for the first time in their first creator tournaments each. Probably. An opportunity I firmly believe I was probably the most excited for since I did bring them all together. To start things off, here's the profile pictures. You know any yet? No? Oh right, because I drew these. You wanna know why I drew it? You know, okay, you get it. It's because no one responded. That's right. Not the small creators, not the big creators. Nobody. I sent my messages out into the world like a proud parent finally seeing their child off into the world, watching them ride off into the distance, only to find the body in the ditch 2 days later. And it's not even like it was cleanly under a ditch, it was like under a rock, like the bones sticking out all weird and twisted, which is surprising, right? Because it's not Looney Tunes, they wouldn't have twisted like that if they got crushed, they really should have just been laying down, and that's not the point. But if I'm being honest, I have been thinking about it. My messages from their POV did look kind of strange. I get it. And for those of you that don't, think about it. Some random slug profile picture sends you a DM on social media asking you to play Ultimate Chicken Horse and setting your Discord server link. If you've been on Discord, you definitely know how sketchy a random profile picture sending any Discord link is. It could always be, no matter how unlikely, one of those chain messages that fuck with people's accounts. So better be safe than sorry. You never know, right? Or do you? Let's play a mini game here. Vote on your phones. Does it make sense they ignore me? Let's wait to show all the actual messages I sent and start off with one real one and one scam message I got as a control. I won't be reading my messages out loud because they're long and I get embarrassed, so read them yourself. Now again, the reason I can kind of see why you might think of these as a scam message is because the message does have a Discord link, and as a second point, my socials admittedly don't have that much pull. Links in the description. Seriously, low numbers do kind of lead to low credibility, which is fair when you think about it. Oh, and it's time. Show all the messages that I sent earlier, vote on your phones, on with the video. Being serious for a second, none of these people owe me a message back or anything like that, so obviously I'm not gonna be insane and show their messages and their names like a crazy person or their profile picture or anything like that. Obviously. Oh, nah, I'm fucking with you. Oh, and while we're on the topic of being serious, I might have oversold it a little when I said everyone ignored me. 3, count it, 3 people did in fact message me back. They're very polite and very genuine and very kind in their replies, and while none of them ended up participating and maybe were a little sketched out since I kind of look like a scammer, it was nice to talk to them and to make good content. So shout out these 3. Go watch them. I'll put their channels below. Right, so after I tried and failed and ended up making a witness protection program, you might think this ruined my plans. But obviously I had a contingency. You might have guessed it. Well, actually the scenario was typically for the all no's, but like no responses is the same thing functionally, so it works out. It would just have to be my friends that I'd already been planning to use for content. Specifically these 7 plus myself. Me, Colby, Ethan, John, Mitchell, Simon, Nathan, and Tanner. Now, there is something you all should know about some of these contestants. Most of them are not good at the game, and 2 of them did buy it just for this. And of everyone that did have it, no one played that much, including me. So, I mean, it was even-ish. If you like erase the lines, I have 0 complaints. All right, these are amazing friends. They agreed to be used for content. Someone bought the game. All right, like, I ain't gonna complain. I'm just glad they agreed. This is the nitty-gritty shit that most people will never read, and those that do probably never participate in tournaments themselves. Typically, the parameters are in the rules. What's turned on and off, what's banned, what's allowed, what's cheating and what's not, stuff like that. The thing typically decides how these formats really end up, so it's not much of a choice. Games are kind of fitted toward one way, so not that hard. And this is probably the least thought of part of any tournament a content creator does. So it ended up being a really long thought out process for me, but like most people don't think about it that hard. Except for when the tournament is the actual focus. Think any tournament with prize money. That's where they actually think about it. If there is not a lot of money on the line, they probably didn't. Now, I wrote my rules while I was scouting for people I really wanted to ghost me. So they had a lot of contingencies and specifications, and as soon as I realized they wouldn't be messaging me, I realized this was all trash. There's only 8 of us, so I kind of just like told them pick a map, pick a few guys, play a few games. Whoever won 2, they move on. It wasn't that hard to keep track of, and that's all because it's a party game. Now, the grand finals are going to be 1v1. And that's because I made a couple custom maps that I thought would be pretty hard to beat. And all of that is so we can tell who the actual ultimate chicken horse is. And with that, I just had to wait. Well, kinda. As in not really. I really want to talk about this little trailer I made for the tournament. Can I talk about this little bit thing I made for the tournament? I want to talk about it, okay? I made it in a week. Watch. Look at the waves, the graphics. See this, guys? I had to record the game, key out the colors in the game because I couldn't find the ripped assets online, so I had to do all that and then crop it and then put them in on a green background so I could do it later in After Effects. I even made the logo. I made the logo from assets from the game doing the same thing. I'm really proud of it, okay? And I really like it. I think it looks good. I had to keep doing renderings because I need to change little things, make those areas. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Let's watch the actual tournament. I'm done. It was good though. I'm done. Welcome to the Isle of Chicken Horse, the biggest 4-player island, which is where we play the game how it's meant to be played, a party game. The smaller island over there is custom map land. Those are the maps for grand finals that I customize, which are pretty much impossible for us at our skill level. Only the top 2 of the tournament get to play on those because otherwise it would be really annoying. And yeah, I drew these maps. It's very cute. Thank you for noticing. With all that, let's watch the first couple of rounds of the tournament. Hey.
We all die?
How's it going?
No.
No.
Lizard.
I think Alex just won.
I think he just won.
You think?
Oh! Yeah, we're gonna do best of 3s. Please no one die.
Guys, I made it.
Nice, no point.
Is that your first time?
Yes.
Please.
Ultimate.
No.
Oh God, you have this. Is
No
Fuck
way.
yeah.
No way.
Let's
Alright.
go. Let's go.
Ethan win one.
Woo. I win.
timing.
This is it. Yes!
Oh my
No
God.
way.
Oh
There's
shit.
no way.
Wait, I didn't. Fuck. Wait. Shit.
Hey! I move on.
Watch me clutch this. Watch me clutch.
You got this.
Let's go, Mitchel.
Hey,
Let's go.
watch him clutch. Watch him. No!
Oh, hold on, I see it.
Oh, he sees the vision. Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Oh my god.
I'm assuming for that. Yep. There we go.
Yes.
Oh!
Okay, so if I...
Oh shit.
This isn't working. No, please.
No.
Oh my god, Tanner the goat.
Go Tanner, go
Got
Tanner,
it.
go.
Tanner the goat.
No shot. All right,
It's okay.
cool. Good job.
Oh, did I
Good
bring
job,
them
Matt.
back? I didn't mean to.
I don't even
No,
know.
I just looked at it.
Yeah, they.
Oh,
Yo, he got it.
Nathan.
Has he won too?
All right, cool.
Yeah,
so we can
Us
finally,
too?
Am
we can
last
finally
place?
go on to the next round of combat.
You're part of last place, yeah.
Yeah, you're
Honestly?
like,
I consider dropping out in the finals on purpose because people would definitely say it's rigged if I won. But then I thought about it for another second and I realized I can't let these fuckers win. Cause fuck them. With me winning 2 rounds and Colby having the highest points after that, we moved on to grands in my impossible custom maps, which were... they're something. It's all rigged! It's a rigged tournament. I was made to win. I told Colby to throw. Thank God. Oh my God, it's done. I wish that was the end of it, but we've got a whole post-tournament to go through. You see, with all that finished, there's a few things that still have to happen. What do I do with this tournament? Do I cut it up and post it by match? Edit it down and post it as a whole story video? Post it as a highlights video? Just upload the VOD? Or let it not be saved and let it be forgotten to time? I was gonna do the last one. I was gonna make a video out of it because honestly, I think some of the best videos are of tournaments. So after the tournament, I went back to watch it. I do always do that after a stream anyway because I'm vain and I want to make sure that things went well. They didn't, I realized. My audio for the stream was fucked up. Not the whole time, obviously. I did use some of the fucking footage, but a lot of it was just awful. And no, this isn't something I can just fix. Sure, I can isolate voices. I can make someone quieter. I can mess with music and I can put in sound effects. But when all of that is in a single track, already mixed to hell and back, and really different with their levels, like really badly mixed already, it's like trying to make steak out of the shit you just dropped in the toilet. These things just aren't happening. So I thought, what if I killed it? I really did. I considered letting this die, but I couldn't bring myself to really let it go. I just can't. I couldn't. You've seen all the work I've put into this. It would be crazy for me to let it go, especially because of how it was like the dumbest shit ever that fucked up. It was the dumbest shit. You see, when setting up this stream, I made a new profile in OBS. It just means I made a new folder to put all my shit, basically. And all of my old shit didn't carry over. But that wasn't really the issue, was it? Because at the beginning, I still sounded fine. Everyone sounded fine. So what the fuck, right? Well, what went wrong was halfway through the stream, I put it up on my phone and I listened to it. And then I thought, the audio's fucked already. I need to fix it. So I turned myself up, turned everyone else down, and voila, this. Which is really funny when you realize it was like this for hours. The whole finals and grand sounds like this. And man, did that shit piss me the fuck off then. It's kind of funny now, not then. And because I'm obsessive, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I wanted to, couldn't. I was thinking almost all fucking day. And it was spring break. So it was literally all fucking day. And that was my fate. Doomed for this to be enshrined as a failure. Forever. Because there's no way for me not to think about this. Unless I can do something about it anyway. Like, say, make a highly edited video that doesn't heavily rely on the fucked up footage and post it so that way I never have to think about this ever again. Not about how the audio works, how I got ghosted, how I put all this time into a rule set and a trailer and a logo and nobody saw it. Because honestly, isn't it kind of funny? I think it is. And isn't that all that really matters? Not the tournament, not my friends, not the followers or subscribers. That it's funny. That I took hours sincerely working and editing and learning After Effects and cutting images from photos for days and writing rule sets and making a Discord and reaching out person after person just for literally all of it to be useless and me change everything and basically end up just playing with my friends and hanging out. I had one guy show up in my chat and say, "Oh, I thought you were doing a real tournament. My bad," and then leave? That's funny. And that's what we do this for. It's not always about the money or the people you get or the attention or your friends having fun or a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's about how funny it is to distill everything down to how you saw someone with a tattoo of the Apple logo and it was smoking crack out of a cow skull and you looked at their face and they were pretty. And how strange, this weird, just absolutely strange human being of a man was. And that's beautiful, isn't it? Just to sit back, relax, and enjoy how weird this shit called life is sometimes. And that's what I did. I just sat back and let it ride because why not? Could fix it.